Rockets moved to 3-0 in the NBA Cup in-season tournament. That's still kind of a funny concept. Still trying to get used to that. But we ain't took no L's this year in the in-season tournament, man. I'm loving it. I'm feeling it. I'm loving it. Before we get into it, though, man, I do have some thoughts. But before we get into it, man, it's your man's AKinfinity. Follow me on Twitter at AKinfinity_VVS. Also, this is the Rockets Propaganda Channel, baby. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment for me down below. Check out the rest of my videos. We in here. Now, yeah, man. So the Rockets beat the Minnesota Timberwolves in OT tonight. It was a very fun game, actually, man. It started off kind of hot, actually. But I knew that shooting wasn't going to sustain itself. But I'll say this, though. As much as the numbers themselves look flukish, as far as the shooting, the three-point shooting, I think it was 10 for 15 in the first half. I like who was taking the shots. It was Jabari, it was Dylan, and it was Fred. If it's them three taking the bulk of the three-point shots, because those are really our three best three-point shooters right now, as of this video. So if it's them three taking the bulk of the threes, I'm fine with it. I think most everybody else really need to live in the paint. Namely Jalen and Alperen Sengun. Alperen Sengun was kind of upsetting me a little bit. Taking some of these threes, it looked like he was settling, but he, got it together in the second half. Put Rudy Gobert in their post and went to work on him. Put him under the basket and did what he wanted to do, like a star should. That's the man right there. Got to get me a Sengun jersey. Hopefully they don't trade him, because you know how they go. You go get a Rockets jersey, you don't know if they're gonna be here next season. But I'm gonna probably end up getting a Sengun jersey. But yeah, Amen Thompson had a great game too. Jabari had a really good game. I'm gonna say this about Jabari too, man. This is how I measure the Rockets offense. I measure the Rockets offense by how many shot attempts Jabari gets, because Jabari typically gets. He usually just take good shots. You know what I mean? He don't really force a lot of shots. He don't really jack up a lot of bad shots. He don't really chuck like that. So when Jabari gets 12 to 15 shot attempts, to me that means the ball is moving. Now in the first half, he got a good amount of shot attempts, and he scored 13 points, but they didn't really repeat the same ball movement patterns in the second half. Sengun only had 2 points at the half, and Timberwolves kind of switched up their defense and started to guard him a little bit more one-on-one instead of doubling and tripling. So he started to, get off from a scoring perspective, and they started to try to squeeze him and tighten up on him a little bit, and he was able to find guys, and guys were actually making shots. And really, if that's how our offense is going to look, I'm fine with it, because Fred and Sengun both had 11 assists. I can live with that, because that tells me that it's not just them two making shots. There's other guys making shots. It's Dylan, it's Jabari, it's Amen Thompson. You know what I'm saying? That's who it was tonight. Jalen was off tonight. They say I don't really care too much. You put that jersey on, I'm expecting 100% of whoever you are. But they say he's sick and he dealing with a calf strain. They say he was icing his calf. All right, man, just sit down, man. It's all good. Sit down and get well. You got teammates. It's all good. Trust and believe you got teammates, and you'll be all right when you get back. I get it. You want to be a tough guy and play all 82. Cool. But if you hindering the team, just don't play. Also, Tari Eason was kind of Tari kind of been off last couple games. He got 2 goose eggs in a row. Not really Tari-like. Usually, he at least get 1 fast break dunk per game, but it's all good. That was a team game. They finished off strong. So like I said, they started the first half strong. Third quarter ended it on a bad note. They ended it with Minnesota having the momentum, and then fourth quarter, Minnesota, started to do what they do, man. I think they're better than their record states. I just think they kind of dealing with some chemistry issues right now with the Julius Randle thing. They still don't really know how to use him and incorporate him in the offense, especially chemistry between him and Ant-Man. So I'm thinking, end of the game. So, Sengun made a good contest on Anthony Edwards at the end of the game. Anthony Edwards missed the layup at the end of the game. Good verticality by Sengun. And then in the overtime, these guys put it away, man. They did their thing. Shout out to these guys, man. We got a back-to-back 76ers finna play tonight with the Rockets. East Coast, that's gonna be 6 o'clock Central Time. So hopefully, they get some good rest. Don't take these guys lightly. They say Embiid isn't playing. Maxey is playing though. And last time we seen Maxey, he dropped 40 something on us. So yeah, we got to make sure we we locked in on that, because I don't care what their record is. They not coming up. They ain't lacing them up to lose. That's what I say. Now, on to the in-season tournament stuff, man. I really, really, really want us to win an in-season tournament. You know why? Or at least I want to see how they look in the in-season tournament, like in the finals. And the reason I'm saying that is because typically, when you put everybody in the pressure cooker, it's either going to, you put food, you ever cooked in a pressure pot, you can't cook, it's supposed to, you get what you get when you come out, whatever comes out of it. So I want to see what these guys look like under pressure, man. They say pressure make diamonds. So we're going to see who's diamonds, we're going to see who's dirt. Obviously, it's just going to be a one-game thing, one-game scenario, but you kind of want to see what the team looks like in a high-pressure situation. You want to see what Ime Udoka looks like with this team in a high-pressure situation. You want to see what the adjustments look like from quarter to quarter, from timeout to timeout, from half to half. I want to see all of that because that's a preview to the playoffs. To me, I look at this as a preview to the playoffs. You know, right now we are 13-6, tied for second in the West. Most people didn't think that we was gonna be this good this fast. A lot of people had us around 6 seed-ish or fighting for the play-in. I think we're ahead of schedule right now. And the funny thing is we're not even running full stride right now. We have not hit a stride at all. We have not hit a stride. The defense is going to be what it is, but they're still trying to figure out the kinks of the offense and what it's supposed to look like. Coming into this game against the Wolves, 2 days practice, you kind of saw in the first half, they added some wrinkles to the offense. I say they use Şengün the right way. And that's what it comes down to. You got to use Şengün the right way. You can't be using that PP offense, the pick and roll and post up. And that's situational, man. You want to use Şengün. You want to use his gravity to get his teammates open and to get the ball moving. Because when the ball moving, they feel more a part of the offense and they feel good about themselves. And next thing you know, they play with confidence. The shots is going up with confidence and they're making them. They shooting down the other end, playing defense, trying to get the ball right back so they can go get the ball back on the other end and score again. That's what they want to do, man. It's basketball, man. Defense complements the offense, complements the defense, complements the offense. Some of y'all real hoop heads know what I'm talking about. But I want to see what this looks like in the in-season tournament, man. Oh, and really, I want to win that thing. Like, we're not lacing them up to lose neither. I want to win that thing, man. I want the bragging rights. I want these guys to know what it feels like to win some kind of accolade in the regular season before they make it to the playoffs. I want them to get that taste on their tongue. And then I want them to go get the whole ball and down it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to, rest on their laurels or nothing. Like, yeah, cool, you 13-6. But going to get everything. I don't know if some of y'all are like boxing fans. But back in the day when boxing was when boxers was real boxers and they was fighting everybody, they would say stuff like, hey, man, I don't care what it is. I don't care who else got a belt out there. That's who I want. You got a belt, I'm going to fight you for that belt, and I'm going to take that belt too. Like, you got to just have that kind of mentality, man. What's the next challenge? I want that. I'm going to conquer that, and then I'm going to get on to the next challenge. That's what these guys got to be thinking about, man. So hopefully the Rockets can pull that off, man. The way the whole in-season tournament is set up is kind of confusing, man. I ain't even finna sit here and try to cap like I know what I'm talking about. I don't. All I know is the Rockets are undefeated in West Group A. They got the highest differential. They 3-0. That's all I know. And apparently they're going to the tournament, or whatever that means. I'm not sure. It's confusing. If anybody want to explain it to me in more better detail down below in the comments, feel free to do that, man. That's all I got for y'all at the moment. If you're still with me at this moment, I mean, you like the video, you like what you heard, you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Leave a comment for me down below, and hit that subscribe button for me down below as well. Forgot what the percentage is of how many of y'all actually watch my videos compared to who's actually subscribed to. So go ahead and hit that like and comment for the algorithm. Hit that subscribe button. Tell your friend to tell a friend, and all of y'all come back again. I'm out. Holla.